أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome to our another session of the G4 class, the Holy Quran recitation class for Mutalimat. Before we start with the Quranic prayers, I would like you to pay attention to the basic rules, which is being in wudu and carrying a proper headscarf and making sure that you are sitting in a quiet surrounding. Jazakumullah. Can I ask the ST to please unmute a person for reading the Quranic prayers, please?
Alaikum. G4835, could you please unmute your mic? G4835, Assalamu alaikum. Okay, we can't hear her. G4730, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Can I ask you to recite the Quranic prayer starting with 1000 tasmiyah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا لا تجعلنا فتنة للذين كفروا واغفر لنا ربنا إنك أنت العزيز الحكيم.
The translation, please.
Our Lord, make us not a trial for those who disbelieve, and forgive us, our Lord, for Thou alone art the mighty, the wise.
Yes, and the prayers of?
Prayers of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam and his companions.
Jazakumullah ahsanal jaza. And just a small reminder, if you could read this part again. Can you see that? This one? Okay. So it would be fitnatal lillazina. Okay. Jazakumullah ahsanal jaza. ST, could I have another student on the mic, please?
Yes. G4774, please unmute your mic.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Could you please read the sayings of the Holy Prophet?
Shall I start with Durood Sharif?
Yes, please.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد.
Okay.
In the Arabic part of the hadith,
Yes, please, and then the translation.
عن عثمان رضي الله عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه. Hazrat Uthman Razillah Ta'ala Anhu narrates that the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, "The best among you is the one who learns the Quran and teaches it."
Jazakumullah ahsanal jaza. As we have covered already two sessions, and one of those was concerning the timings of reading the short vowels and the long vowels. It's important that we focus on the timings when we're reading. Just a reminder, for example, here ala would be for 2 counts, sorry. And here ala would be for extended elongation, at least 3 to 5 counts. And then the same was here when we are applying the rule of noon gunna. Sorry, we are applying the nasal sound, and we are doing that by sustaining the nasal sound. So it's for 2 counts. So innaka. Okay. Here it would be a short vowel, so you would read it as 1 count. So you would read it as wa allamahu. Jazakumullah ahsanul jaza. So can I ask for the next student, please, to come on the mic?
G4708, kindly unmute your mic.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Could you please read the sayings of the promised Messiah, alayhi salam?
Ji. The ways of true and perfect salvation have been opened by the Quran, and all else in it is its reflection. Therefore, study the Quran with deep contemplation and hold it very dear. Love it more than anything else. God has said to me, Al-khayru kulluhu fil Qur'an, meaning all good is contained in the Quran. This is the truth. Pity those who favor anything besides it. The fountainhead of all your prosperity and salvation lies in the Quran.
Yes, this is from Noah's Ark, pages 42 to 43. Jazakumullah ahsanul jaza. With this, we come to our today's lesson. Today's lesson is about normal elongation or madde asli.
Assalamu alaikum, DT.
Ji.
We will do quiz before the lesson, please.
Okay, sorry. Before we start, can I ask to switch to the quiz now for the TA to continue?
Assalamu alaikum. I will share the screen.
Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum. Today, I will be doing the Quranic quiz. Just before we start, can I please request all students to change their IDs to the G4 IDs that were emailed to you today? Jazakallah. So I'm going to begin the quiz now. So question 1. Question 1 is, when is a letter called a mushaddad? Option A, when it carries a fatha. B, when it carries dhamma. C, when it carries shadda. And D, when it carries sukoon. ST, may I please have a student?
Yes, G4704. Please unmute your mic.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
C, when it carries shadda.
Jazakallah, that is the correct answer. C, when it carries shadda. Jazakallah. Question 2. How many commandments are given in the Quran according to the promised Messiah alayhi salam? Option A, 300. Option B, 700. Option C, 650. Option D, 750. ST, may I please have a student?
G4737. Could you please unmute your mic?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Is it D?
Unfortunately, that is not the correct answer. Jazakallah for trying. ST, thank you for displaying. The correct answer is option B, 700. Question 3. How many times is the word Allah repeated in the last 3 surahs? Option A, 2. Option B, 3. Option C, 4. Option D, 5. ST, may I please have a student?
Yes, G4771. Could you please unmute the mic?
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Is it D?
Jazakallah, that is the correct answer. It is option D. Question 4. What was the first word revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, in the Holy Quran? Option A, Iqra. Option B, Alhamdulillah. Option C, Bismillah. And option D, Utlu. ST, may I please have a student?
Yes, G4852. You can unmute your mic, please.
Assalamu alaikum. My answer is option A, which is Iqra.
Jazakallah, that is the correct answer, which is option A. Question 5. Which of the following chapters/surahs does not pose a question at the beginning? Option A, chapter 107, Al-Ma'un. Option B, chapter 78, An-Naba. Option C, chapter 105, Al-Fil. And option D, chapter 75, Al-Qiyamah. ST, can I please have a student?
G4705. Please unmute your mic.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Does not pose a question at the beginning. I'm not sure.
If you would like to give a try, it's okay.
Maybe C? I'm not sure.
Unfortunately, that's not the correct answer. The correct answer was option D, chapter 75, Al-Qiyamah. Jazakallah for all the participants who participated in
Jazakallah.
the quiz. That concludes the quiz segment for this class. Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah ahsanul jazaa. Now we are going to continue with our today's lesson. As mentioned earlier, it's about the normal elongation, or known as Madde Asli. Mad is an Arabic word and means to lengthen or to prolong. And there are 3 letters of prolongation known as Huruful Mad. The 3 letters are Alif, Waw, and Ya, as you can see here. These Huruful Mad should be prolonged for 2 counts. There are certain rules, as we are going to see in the next slide. It's important, first of all, to recognize that the letter Ya and the Waw both are carrying the sakin on the top. So these are compared to the Alif, which is a blank Alif. We speak from Ya Madya if Ya Sakina is preceded by a letter which is carrying a kasra, so a maksur letter. We are speaking of Waw Madya if the Waw Sakina is preceded by a Dhamma, so a Madmum letter. And we are speaking of Alif Madya if the Alif is preceded by a letter carrying a Fatah, so a Maftuh letter. So in all these cases, the word we're going to read is for 2 counts. We've got an example here at the bottom. If we have a look here, it's a maksur letter and followed by a Ya Sakina. So you would proceed it for 2 counts. It would be miqatu. Here we have got an example from a madmum letter followed by a Waw Sakina. So we would read it for utu for 2 counts again. And here we have got a maftuh letter followed by a blank alif. So we would read it for 2 counts. La. As part of this course, we are covering the attributes of Allah, the Asma al-Husna as well. And can I ask the ST to unmute some students to find out some examples for the letters we have learned today?
Yes, I would request G4770 to unmute her mic.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. If you could give me a single example of a word you can find in this row, which covers one of the haruful mad.
Yes, Al-Quddus.
Okay, well done. Yes. Which part is the mud letter and
It's wow.
Sorry?
Is it wow?
Yes, it's a waw sakina. Yeah. So which is preceded by which letter?
After so it's a wow second after dal. Al-Quddus.
Yes, well done. So it's a waw sakina preceded by a madmoom letter. So and you would
Letter. Sorry, I forgot the word.
Well done. You have done it correctly. Well done. Jazakumullah for coming on the mic. ST, can I ask another student to come on the mic?
Yes, G4713. I would request you to unmute your mic. G4713. Okay, I think she has some problem with the mic or connection. G4737. Sorry, G4749. Please unmute your mic. G4749.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Can I ask you to have a look at this row and and ask you to give us an example of one of the Madhya letters we have discussed today.
I actually just joined in, but I guess kaun si is the second row?
The second one, yeah. You can use the first one if it's easier for you. It's up to you.
Jabbaru al-Mutakabbiru.
Okay, let's take this one. So which part is the one which is a haruful mad? That of prolongation.
हाँ वो है Jabbaru.
Okay, yeah. So it's alif, the blank alif, preceded by a maftuh letter, and you would read it for two counts. It would be al-Jabbaru. Well done. Jazakumullah for coming on the mic. ST, do we have another student? And then before we go ahead.
Yes, I can request G4763 to unmute her mic.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Now we're going to have a look at this row, and I want you to tell me a word which is carrying another haruful mad which we haven't discussed before. The third one.
Okay. Is it As-Sami'u?
Well done. Yes, mashallah. Which part is it which is carrying the
Yeah.
haruful mad?
Yeah.
Yes, so it's ya sakina. It's
Ya
very
sakina.
important that we use the sakin on the top because we have got 3 letters of haruful mad. The ya is carrying a sukoon, the vowel is carrying a sukoon, and the alif is blank. It is very important, and you will realize that when we go ahead with our sessions. Jazakallah. So the ya sakina is preceded by a maksul letter. So that's why we are going to read it for 2 counts.
Okay.
So Jazakallah for coming on the mic.
Jazakallah.
So here we have got an explanation how we would stop if we would have to stop either at the end of a verse, or if we have to stop because we can't, our breath is too short, for example. So basically, remembering waqf means to stop. So to stop at the last vowel letter. And by stop, we mean we break up the voice and we take a breath during that as well. So basically, we break up our voice and breath, and then okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Would you
Yes.
please repeat what you were saying?
Yes. So waqf means to stop, and in this case, waqf bil isbat is the word which you would use if we have a word which ends at a letter of madda. Okay, we have got examples here at the end. قالوا رسلنا صدري يحيي تلوو. So as you can hear, even though if you have a pause there, you would still continue to read it for 2 counts. So there's no change in the timing. That's important at this stage. So with this, we continue with the Holy Quran recitation and come back at the summary. Can I ask the TA to take over, please? Jazakallah.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum. I think I'll just share my screen. It might be easier. Just a second. Okay. So I hope you all can see my screen now. So we're going to go to the practice now. And for today, what we're going to practice on, the verses are starting from here. That's verse 12. And we're going to go up to verse 18, inshallah. So if I can have a student on the mic, please, then we can start with the practice.
Can I please request student G4737 to please unmute your mic?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. So can I just confirm your ID, please?
G4737.
Yeah, G4737. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, so if you can start with Davuz and Tasmiya, please, and then you can start reading.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم.
Astaghfirullah. Sorry, so I'm just going to make you ask you to stop here for just a second. So I think so far you haven't made I mean, I think you've read really well, mashallah. And I'll just go into the bits that we have learned in the last 2 lessons, and then today in the 3rd lesson as well. So we have gone over the common mistakes that can be made. And I think that it was here. I don't think we have learned that yet, so I'm not going to go into that part of the mistake. And I think otherwise it was really good, mashallah. You have pronounced everything the right way, I think. Yeah.
Thank you.
So if you if you can read the next one as well, please. From here.
إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين.
Okay, Jazakallah. It was really good again. So one thing that you have done, alhamdulillah, is you have prolonged areas that carry this sign. Do you remember the name of this sign?
A vertical fatha.
Well done. And in Arabic, it's also called fatha ishbaiya. So that's always good. That's right. It's always good to know that. And here is a sod letter. Do you know anything special about this?
So it's a thick sounding letter.
Okay, yeah, very good. So it's the tafkhim letter. It's called the tafkhim letter. It's a heavy letter, and we use a full mouth to say it. So sod. So that's one thing that we can also remember to do. I think that was really good, mashallah. So I think you've applied all the rules that we have learned so far. And you know, with the tashdid as well, you have done all the shadda signs correctly and stressed them the right way. I think that was really good. Jazakallah for coming on the mic. So could we have another student, please, for the next bit?
Yes, can I please request G4738 to please unmute your mic? G4738, please unmute your mic.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me? G4738?
Walaikum salam. Yes.
Okay, all right. So if you can start from here, please. This bit.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية
Okay, sorry. Let's do that in bits. So let's do it up to here, and if you can do this again, then we can go a little bit more into it.
واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية.
Okay, so let's go into this one. So this is a meme with what kind of sign do you think that is?
Is it a shadda?
Yeah, that's right. So that's a meme mushaddad in that case. And when we see that, that means we have to make a 2-second sustained nasal sound. So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وَاضْرِبْ لَهُمْ مَثَلًا. So that's one thing that we will make a sustained nasal sound. The other thing is as well that the dod is as also one of the 7 heavy or thick letters that we have to say with the full mouth. It can be a little bit tricky because not all of us are you know, native speakers of the Arabic language, but I think if we practice it more and more, it can get better. So if let's try saying this: dod. Okay, and then also towards the end of this line, I think you prolonged the ya. Do you think that was do you think that might have been a mistake, or do you think that was okay?
Prolonging the ya.
Yeah.
Is that a mistake? Yes.
Yeah. I think that's definitely a mistake. Do you know why that might be a mistake?
I feel like I was connecting the ya and the ha together.
Okay, so no, the reason why this ya was a mistake was because you were prolonging it. And as we've learned so far in the lessons, is that when we have a letter with a fatha on top or a kasra underneath or dhamma on top, then they only make a 1 second sustained nasal sound. So just 1 second sound, like a blink. So we won't make that long. So it's al-qariya, like that. And then I think, how did you stop here? What did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly right. So that's the correct way to stop here. Because the ta marbuta turns into a ha. So that was really good. I'll let you carry on then.
إذ جاءها المرسلون.
Okay, so can you do this first bit again? Sorry, just do the whole thing again. I just wanted to make sure I heard that right.
إذ جاءها المرسلون.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So one common error that I think we did go through towards the first lesson was the like similar sounding letters, and when people say za to zal, so this is a zal. As you can see, it is more rounded than a za, and what it is, because it's rounded, that's how you can remember that it will make like a soft rounded sound, zal, like that. Can you say it?
Zal.
Yeah, exactly. So we say is, not is, okay? And then here you did that right. Well done. This is a wow of elongation, as we've learned today. So the wow is a harful mad. That means it's a letter of elongation. Now, why do we elongate this lam? We would elongate it. I've actually already said it, but so it's basically because the lam is a madmoom letter. That means it has a dhamma. So when there's a dhamma on top of a letter and it is followed by a vowel with a sukoon on top, then we will prolong it. It's a vowel of elongation, okay, for 2 seconds. You did that right. Well done. Okay, Jazakallah. That's fine. So can I have another student on the mic, please?
May I please request G4770 to please unmute your mic?
Assalamu alaikum, G4770. G4770, Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear us?
Maybe it's a connection issue. I will try another student. Can I please request G4771 to please unmute your mic?
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. Okay, so if you can start reading from here, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون.
Okay, Jazakallah. So you have a beautiful voice, mashallah. There's a few things that you can improve on. So let's start with this one. Can you just say this word again?
فكذبوا.
Okay, yeah. So you said that right now, correctly. I think before you might have not said it with a with like a stressing way, like you didn't, I think you didn't stress it enough earlier. I think you said fakadabu or something. So remember, when there's a shadda and on a letter, you have to connect it with a little bit more force with the letter beforehand. So fakadabu.
Okay.
And I think mostly you did the elongations right. So as we have learned with the huruful mad, when there's a alif of elongation, it is preceded by a letter with a fatha, and that letter is called a maftu letter because of the fatha. If the waw with the sukoon is preceded with a ba, sorry, not with a ba, with any letter carrying a dhamma, then that's a madmoom letter. So, and then that will be elongated. And the same is, I think at the moment, can't see the third option, but you did that right. So that was good. You have elongated the areas that need to be elongated for 2 seconds correctly. Can you read this bit again?
فقالوا إنا
Okay,
إليكم.
yeah. Okay, yeah. So what the mistake was is, as you can see, this noon has a shadda on top. So it is a noon mushaddad. So when that happens, if there's a noon with a shadda, or like here a meme with a shadda, then what happens is we have to make a sustained nasal sound for 2 seconds. So 2-second nasal sound. Inna.
Yeah.
Can you say it?
إنا.
Okay, good. And this, yeah, if you can just read from inna until the rest, please, again.
إنا إليكم مرسلون.
Okay, well done. So you've corrected your mistake here yourself. Well done. So the meme has a shadda, like we've just learned again, that it's a meme mushaddad and it will be prolonged for 2 seconds with the nasal sound. Jazakallah, very good. So can we have another student on the mic, please?
May I please request G4749 to please unmute your mic?
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. G47, was it 09?
No, 749.
Right, okay, G4749. Okay. Sorry, just a second. Okay, right. So if you can continue reading from here.
We can. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن sorry من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون.
Okay, Jazakallah. I think you've done that really well, mashallah. So one thing that we may not have learned so far, but I'll just mention it still, is when we see this sign, it means la basically in Arabic means not. So you're not supposed to stop here. However, you have actually, you did stop there, but you did stop the correct way. So even though you're not supposed to stop here, you have correctly. So as we have learned today, that
Can I
when
ask something?
yeah.
I know lape we're not supposed to stop, but like I was just thinking, I stopped at illa basharum mithluna, and then I started again from illa. Could I have just done vama because or it's the meaning? So va means and.
Yeah,
Would
I
that
know what you mean. I know what you mean. So I think we should always try and just maybe like use that little bit more breath to just say another word or so. But if you do like lose your breath here, I think it's probably better to go back a little bit because there must be a reason that it says not to stop there. It probably has something to do with the meaning. It might, even though it is and, but it probably is better to read it together.
Okay, Jazakallah.
That's okay. So yeah, so as I was saying, we have learned how to stop on a letter of elongation. So when there's a letter of elongation, we stop just the way it is. Like we don't change it; it stays the same. And you have done that here and on the other place as well. Sorry, here, and then on the other place, you actually also stopped correctly. Shay, so that's also right. This one it's not a meme mushaddad, so it's just a meme with a sukoon, meme sakina. So in that case, we only say it for 1 second. So I think you had ever so slightly prolonged it.
Yes,
So
I did.
yeah, so altum like that,
So,
just like a blink of an eye.
okay, so it would be in antum illa
Yeah,
takdhibun.
even shorter than that, just like a
Oh,
blink of an eye. In
take it.
altum.
Antum.
That's right. Yeah, it just stops then.
Take
Yeah.
it. Jazakallah.
Okay. So this one was, like I said, correctly done. It was waqf bil isbat, like we learned today. Okay, Jazakallah. Do we have another student, please?
Can I please request G4785 to please unmute your mic?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. So can I ask you to start reading from here, please?
Sorry, where did you say? From where?
Sorry, here. From here.
Okay. Alayna. All right.
No, on
Dhamma.
top. Qalu.
Qalu. Okay,
Qalu.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون.
Okay, Jazakallah. That was good because you have remembered the to stress the shad letters, and also the noon mushaddad. You made a nasal sound for 2 seconds, and you prolonged it the right way. All the letters of elongation they have been done correctly. Well done. So can you continue from here?
Sure. وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين.
Okay, well done. So you did that right as well, mashallah, very good. So let's just so this one, how long you did that right? Just want
Yeah,
to
2 seconds.
go over it again just as a practice. So do you remember what this is called?
This is a vertical fatah.
That's right. Do you know what it's called in Arabic?
Yeah, fatah ashba, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Have you had some help there?
No. No,
That's fine.
I just learned myself as well.
Mashallah, very good, very good. And also here you prolonged that correctly as well for 2 seconds. So can you tell me what the letter before the ya of elongation, what kind of letter that is?
This is a letter with kasra.
That's right. Do you remember what it might be called?
No, it's gone out of my head.
It's okay. So because it's called kasra letter, the letter itself is called maksur. It's similar to kasra,
Yes,
so maksur.
yes.
It's a maksur letter. So this is elongated for 2 seconds. Well done as well.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. It's a yamad. Yeah, exactly. Well done. So you have done 1 verse, no, 2 verses. Yeah, that's fine. Jazakallah so much for coming on the mic. Can we have another student, please?
Can I please request G4852 to please unmute your mic.
Assalamu alaikum. G4852. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you
Alaikum
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. So, so today's practice was going to be up to verse 18. So what we can do now is we can go back and we can go over the start of the surah that we did towards the starting lessons. So if you can start from there and then carry on reading, please.
Yes, sure. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم.
Okay, Jazakallah. So you did that very well, mashallah. A few things though to consider. So just on a side note, these two are called disjointed letters. They're basically abbreviations and short forms. They stand separate, like these are two separate, they're basically letters, two separate letters together. So here, can you say this again, this word? Are you still there? G4852? Can the support teacher unmute her if she's gone mute? G4852?
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay, yes. So can you say this word again, please?
G. Innaka.
Okay, yes, sorry. Now you have done it, right? So before, I think you did not do the proper sustained nasal sound. So this time you did it right for 2 seconds. Innaka. And also you did this right as well. So this is, let's go over this again. So the ya of elongation, ya madya, is preceded with a lam with the kasra underneath. So do you remember what the letter that comes before a ya of elongation, what that is called?
I
Because
don't.
of okay, so that's okay, that's why we're here. We learn. So the ya of elongation has a kasra letter before, and that letter is called maksur letter. Maksur letter. Yeah. So that's the maksur letter. It is followed by a ya of
Kasra.
elongation, a kasra letter. That's right. And we will do that for how many seconds?
2 seconds.
Very good. Do you remember the name of this little
Yes, it's vertical fatha.
vertical fatha, and in Arabic?
Khadi, I can't explain you in Urdu, but I didn't remember in Arabic, but it's Khadi Zabar.
Okay, so in Arabic it's called fatha ishbaiya.
Jazakallah.
Okay, so fatha ishbaiya. And then this meme is prolonged for how long?
2 seconds.
Yeah, and do you know what is special about this, or what we call it?
It's Dhamma.
So this is a shadda.
Yeah, shadda.
Yeah, sorry, yes. Dhamma is on top, but what's special about this meme is the shadda.
It's mean we are combining two words together, ta with meme.
That's right. But the very special thing about this letter, meme and the shadda, is that we will make a 2-second nasal sound. Sustained nasal sound. So carrying on for 2 seconds. Siratim mustaqim. Okay.
صراط مستقيم.
Well done. So again here, like we've done above here, let's see if you remember. So a ya of elongation has a letter with the kasra. That letter is called what?
Oh,
Mak, mak.
مكسور.
Yes, very good. Very good. It's a maksur letter. Very good, mashallah. Okay, so Jazakallah for coming on the mic. Can we have another student, please, on the mic?
Can I please request G4708 to please unmute your mic?
G4708, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, ji.
Yes. Okay, so can you start reading from where the student finished from here, please?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون.
Jazakallah. So, just on the side as a reminder for all the students before we go into the verses, can everybody please make sure, it's very important, can everybody make sure to sign in with the correct IDs that you should have been allocated by now, because from our next lesson, inshallah, it might be that you don't get admitted to the class and you might have to keep waiting in the waiting room until you use your correct ID. So if you can make sure that that's taken care of. Is there somebody, I think somebody's raising their hand, or? Assalamu
Walaikum salam. I've not received an email today with my number. So
Oh, you haven't? Okay. So I think the best thing to do in that case is send an email out, like as soon as the lesson is done. Send an email out to the like on the email that you the correspondence email, and just tell them that you have still not received your ID and that you obviously need it for the next lesson.
okay, ठीक है, I'll do that. Jazakallah.
Yeah, right. Jazakallah. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, I think I've just accidentally unmuted someone. Okay, yeah. And another thing to remember is to just always try and be in a quiet area so that you can take the lesson in more properly and learn more better. So coming back to the verses, sorry about the waiting that you've had to do. Sorry. So Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So if you can tell me, how do we how long do we prolong this ya? Sorry, this za. It was G4708. Are you still on the mic?
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah. So how long do we prolong this this letter?
For 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's right. And it is called, what kind of letter is it if it's followed by a ya with a sukoon?
A maqsoor letter.
Very good, yeah. Excellent. And then again, here again, this is also 2-second elongation. It's a maqsoor letter. And then here again. So there's a lot of practice in these verses for the maqsoor letters. And ya of elongation, sorry. Ya madya. So you did that correctly. Can you read from here, please, towards the end again?
Yes. لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون.
Okay, Jazakallah. So, first of all, this one is a noon with a sukoon. So it's a noon sakina, and that will only be prolonged like the blink of an eye, 1 second. Sorry, this will not, it's not a noon mushaddad, so it's different. It's not a sustained nasal sound, okay? So we say litunzira.
لتنذر.
Okay, and remember this is a soft letter. It's rounded, and we say it in a rounded way and soft way. Dhal.
ذال.
Very good. So we don't say litunzira, we say litunzira. Okay, and the same here as well. You did the meme of elongation. You did the meme mushaddad correctly. So that was done correctly. 2 second sustained nasal sound, and then extra elongation after that. Here, what is this mark? What's this sign called?
vertical كسرة.
Vertical fatha, because it's on.
فتح.
Yeah. And in Arabic, it's called what?
فتح إشباية.
Very good, excellent. And you prolong this extra long, so this was correct as well. Again, fatha ishbaya here as well. You did that correctly. Can you say this word again?
غافلون.
Yeah, so now you've done that right. This is a vowel madya. It's a vowel of elongation, and it is preceded by a letter with a dhamma. So do you remember what that letter is called if it's followed by a vowel of elongation?
I'm not sure, but is it the madmoon letter?
Very good. Yeah. So like when we listen to it, we can remember it like dhamma and madmoom, like it has a similarity. So yeah, so this is a madmoom letter, and this is a vowel of elongation. And how long do we prolong that for?
2 seconds.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly right. Well done. Jazakallah for coming on the mic. I think I'm going to stop the practice here and give the mic back to the day teacher. Assalamu alaikum. I think somebody has raised their hands actually.
Assalamu alaikum. I just wanted to ask, what's the difference between all the other letters that have a shadda on them and like stressing that, and also like if we're stressing the noon mushaddad and the meme mushaddad, why is there a difference? And it almost sounds the same to me. I don't know how to make it sound different, as if I would stressing, for example, the letter ba with the shadda, or if I was stressing any other letter apart from noon or meme.
Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
how to, yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand your question. So the thing is, when you see any other letter with a shadda, it has you stress it, but you stress it for that only 1 second. It's back actually like a doubling of that letter. So you would say it for 1 second.
Yes, excuse me, sorry to interrupt, because we have left only 1 minute. We will explain in next class, inshallah.
Inshallah.
So DT, can you wind up?
Jazakumullah ahsanul jaza. With this, we're going to summarize our session today. Our session was about Mad asli or normal elongation. Mad means to elongate, and we have learned that there are 3 types of letters, the huruful mad, which have to be prolonged if we have got vowel sakina preceded by a madmoom letter, like here. If we have got a ya sakina preceded by a maksur letter, like here. And if we have got a blank alif preceded by a maftuh letter, like here, each letter has to be pronounced for 2 counts. We would read it as utina. And we have also learned that if we have to stop at the end and the letter ends on a madda, then it has to be read for 2 counts, and that's known as waqf bil isbat. So with this, we are going to our prayer today. And can I ask ST to unmute a student for reading our today's prayer?
Can I please request student G4758 to please unmute your mic? G4758. Can I please
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. Can you
जी
please recite?
जी sure. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم آنس وحشتي في قبري اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة اللهم ذكرني منه ما نسيت وعلمني منه ما جهلت وارزقني تلاوته آناء الليل والنهار واجعله لي حجة يا رب العالمين آمين.
Translation, please.
O Allah, dispel all my fears in my grave. O Allah, have mercy on me through the great Qur'an. Make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy. O Allah, remind me what I've forgotten from it, and teach me what I do not know of it. Grant me its recitation during the hours of the night and day, and make it a witness in my favor, O Lord of all the worlds. Amen.
Jazakumullah ahsanul jaza. At the end, please remember that all the mushaddad letters have to be emphasized. With this, we conclude our class today. Jazakumullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.